think that that the business part takes care of itself, because you can define how the business is going to work based on your mental and your music.
Wow.
You can define that. If you know how to handle this game and navigate through its craziness, and you can really survive that part, and then you can deal with you got the right music, and the music is good. I credit that to Kanye and Drake. And I'll use them as the example because I know Kanye's situation was he had to really navigate through a lot of the mental part of this industry to get people to believe in him.
Right.
And so luckily he had the music that always saved him. Drake had to, dealing with the business that he was a part of and the whole situation he was a part of, he has navigated it perfectly. But he had the music. And so if you got the music and you're that vehicle, Dr. Dre, another good example. Look at what happened. He had to walk away from Suge Knight and his whole masters at Death Row. But he had the music. And look at what he is now. He's a billionaire.
Yeah, because he could always go, even though it must have been hard to give that up and walk away, because he knew who he was as a person, his mental attitude, he was talented, he can do it. So he just probably thought, right, I'm just going to say, okay, forget this. I'm going to move forward and just keep going. As you said earlier, you have to keep going.
Yeah, if your mental is right and your music is good, if you mentally are right and you know how to navigate the game, that means you know how to recognize when someone is, the obstacles and somebody's trying to put you in them trick bags, or they're trying to lie to you or pull you into other stuff, and you can navigate through that and you can still deliver great music. The business works for you. It don't work against you.
Wow. So do you believe that being an A&R executive is also an instinctive thing? And by that, I mean, what makes you listen to an artist and think, okay, this person has potential, because maybe you've never met them in the first place, and you think, I've just heard this song a few minutes and you might not have seen them perform. What makes you think that you could really work with this person and make them a success, maybe?
Well, I really have to believe you. Okay. I have to believe you that you are that person. Sometimes I run into artists and I feel their music is more about and I don't mean to reiterate this, but it goes to my point. I think their music is more about what the business is doing,
right,
instead of the music being first. So I think they're more business music than music business. They're not focusing on who they are. And that's why it goes back to that example of me talking about J. Cole. Mm-hmm. I feel like I know who he is when I listen to his records. Okay. I feel like I know who Jay-Z is when I listen to his records. I feel like I know who Beyonce is when I listen to her records. Mm-hmm. Like most artists, when I don't feel like I know who you are, when I'm listening to your records, I can't connect with you, because I want to know that it came from a real place. I want to know that you are transparent and that you're not afraid to be transparent. You're not afraid of anything, because an artist, a true artist, in the mindset of a Prince or a Michael Jackson, they're fearless. Mm-hmm. A Kanye, they're fearless. You know what I'm saying? A Eminem, they're fearless. A Rihanna, they're fearless.
Wow.
An Adele, they're fearless.
So they really want it. They are true to themselves, and they are going to do them no matter what.
Yeah, they're fearless. You can't throw money at them and make them change who they are. You can't tell them, this person. It's because really no one decides your fate but God. Nobody decides your fate but God. If you truly are meant to get that blessing, and the best example of that to me is 50 Cent.
Wow.
Because I was in New York. I was listening to his records get played on the radio. I was watching people not trying to sign this kid, not trying to sign this guy, not trying to give him what he deserved. And to see him fight for what he believed in and to become the man that he is today, I think that's a testament that God just decided it was going to happen whether y'all like it or not.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Especially when you see the film about his life and the things that he has been to get to where he is.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Like I think there's certain artists that have been through things and they went through it, and certain people tried to block them or tried to stop them. That's going to happen. It's going to happen. Everyone is going to go through a period where you're going to be tested. Like you said, that wall is going to get put up. But that's not to stop you. That's just another challenge or test to see if you really want this.
Wow. Yeah.
So coming across an A&R, all we are is we're like the news reporters. We're just trying to tell the news of the next new thing that's just happened. We're just trying to be the first one to break the story before it gets out there. We really are. We're just like reporters. We're just the reporters trying to tell the story before the story.
Fantastic. So is there anyone that you would like to tell the world about right now that you can say, yeah, that artist is out for this?
Not yet, but I got not yet. But I'm very excited right now at Writing Sessions America. For the first time, we're getting an opportunity to really work with some artists. I wish I could even play you somebody right now because I have someone that I think he's incredible.
We're excited. We want to know more. You're making everybody want to know now.
I think he's incredible. I don't know if my this Skype will let me just even leak it. Let me see if I can just give you a taste of this person who I just think is incredible. That God just kind of laid him in my lap.
Absolutely, and we would love you to send that to us here at the Ask-Avani Show so that we can. Is that possible?
Just a little taste. I'm gonna just give you a little taste.
This life is a blessing. Throughout my years, I've learned so many lessons. But right now, I just want to give you my confessions. Because, girl, I swear that I'm going to be better for you. I'm not here for nothing. I was made a lot of blood, but I get a little nervous. I don't think I'm worthy of you. You're a goddess, baby. Gotta keep it honest. So, who's trouble? I wanna be 100 with you, so I gotta come clean, come queen. My history precedes me. I've been so greedy, lady. I've seen so many ladies. Back in the day when bitch behaving, I admit I was a little crazy. But baby, you made me wanna break free. So take me into your healing arms. Sing your love is home, baby. Oh, your love is like a compass. Tell me where, lead me in the right direction, baby. Oh, won't you purify me, purify me? Won't you purify me, baby? Oh, you flow like it's sure. Drown me on this, baby.
Just
wow. Oh my goodness, that was an exclusive right here on the Ask-Avani Show. Please tell us who that is.
Oh, I can't tell you yet.
Oh my goodness. You've just whetted everybody's appetite now. They're going to be like, okay, who is this guy?
Yes. I mean, what's your feeling about what you just heard?
I love it. It's so soulful. I love his vibe. He's just so mellow. He's just like on the track. I love it.
And so, yeah, we're writing sessions this year. We're getting an opportunity to really start to put our stamp on some artists that we really feel strong about, and that's one of them. Just to kind of put you in the mindset of where we're headed with this whole thing. And I was nervous about sharing. I said no, but I want to share it because that's what I mean about when I hear that record. I know who he is. I feel like I feel like I'm a part of who he is, and that's kind of how I like to feel when I hear somebody new. I want to feel like I'm a part of, who they are, and I know who they are, and I celebrate them.
And their message and what they're trying to bring across in their music. I mean, do you have a formula? I mean, when you're looking, or do you is it different for each artist that you've discovered? Obviously, we don't want to.
No, it's pretty what I just pretty dead on what I said. It's just about I'm just looking for I just want to know, the real you. I just want to know who you are, and I want the people to know you are, because one of the things that you always want to feel when you listen to music, whether it's up tempo or mid tempo or ballad, or I hate when I meet artists and before I even really get to know them, they're already talking about genres and I'm this kind of artist and I do this, and it just sounds scripted to me.
Right.
I like artists that talk about who, what their music represents and what they represent and where they're from and what inspires them and who inspires them and what they think about when they write and what this song is about and what it meant to them and all like that, because I believe all that other stuff is cool if it's cool if you've been kind of put in that category. Sometimes I think artists categorize themselves too quickly. I think in music, if you make good music, then it'll find its home. And then as you evolve as an artist, your music will grow and your audience will grow, and then you don't have to worry about chasing genres. Like I think a lot of artists are chasing pop. They're chasing to get to this big stadium level, and they're chasing it's like we're forcing. The only thing I think, if I had to go back to your original question, the only thing I don't like about what we're doing right now in the industry is I don't like the fact that we're making artists feel like they have to go from nobodies to instantly popular.
Right.
I don't like that. I don't think that that's fair. I think that artists, like when I use the J. Cole example, he didn't become you can say because of his affiliation to Jay-Z and because he had some early mixtapes that his people knew, but I'm talking about in the sense of he had a chance to go through a process of being cultivated and grow and groomed. He didn't have to come out and go platinum right away. He didn't have to come out and do all these amazing, crazy numbers and all this stuff. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't all these unnecessary expectations. Back in the day, an artist might have came out and did 300, 500,000 in their first copies. If they were lucky, they did 300, 400,000. The record company at that time didn't want nothing but to make sure that they recouped their money.
Right. Absolutely. It was just a numbers game.
Right. And then you gave the artist another album to go gold or better, and then it gave them another album to go platinum or better. They didn't. It's like now we're asking people to automatically come out the gate and do these amazing numbers and these incredible numbers. And then I always kind of use this example, I call him a domestic urban legend, like he's from the States. But I always use 50 Tyson.
Okay.
As an example, if you do your homework on this kid, he wasn't really an artist, but he had these incredible videos he put up, and his numbers were gaudy and all like that. And he was just saying, I'm trying to get a record deal, and he ended up actually getting one, but it was just like the